So the Q5 match, say this landed in my lap through a trade, and I got it, and I was a little disappointed that the sites were unmarked. So I searched and searched and could not find anything on YouTube, anything anywhere. And then these LPA sites showed up on one of the sites or something. And I was looking, and then I looked a little more, started punching up LPA sites, went on their site, and they're kind of a huge company and so forth. So I bit the bullet. I said, you know what? I sent to the people. I says, do you will you accept return if I don't like it? Because I'm not even knowing how it's going to come off of this dovetail. It's just funky the way, you got your plate, but then it's got to come off the plate. And if you wag this, you're going to be screwed. Because I did call Walther, and the guy told me the trick on taking those off, and there is a trick, and I'm going to share that with you. But I want to tell you my experience with this LPA. So I ordered them. I did eBay, and it was make best offer, and I forget what my offer was, but it came out to $120 shipped free, and it turned out to be Optic Planet. And so once I did that, purchased it, and saw who it was coming from, I went on Optic Planet's site. Sorry, I got a little Bondo on my finger there. Haven't got it off from work. I went on Optic Planet, and they have actually a night sight version of these. I believe just plain white sight, the dots. And they all come with a front as well. And it is slightly different. I'm talking magnifying glass, slightly different. Okay, but it is different. It's raised a little higher in this kit. The bevel here is a little higher than that one. And I'm going to share this trick with you. And I do believe these sights, let me go back to this real quick. So when I got these in the mail, I looked at them right away. And then I was looking at the trick I needed to do that the Walther guy showed me. I went into my kit that I got with this gun, Factory Walther, and it dawned on me that it has the LPA tool. So LPA is with Walther. Walther went with them for their sights. So this is what I'm getting out of it, because they're not Walther, so they're LPA. So Walther is trusting this company with their sights, and it just happened by luck that I didn't even realize it. But yeah, so now I've got this basically the same sight setup, same as the factory ones, but these are fiber optic. It reminds me of the Williams sights. I've had Williams sights before, and they're pretty nice, pretty glowing. They have that horseshoe actually where you are going to get a heavy glow. I haven't been outside with these, believe it or not. So I'm going to do a range review on this. Let me give you a quick rundown on how this works, how this comes off. Because there's, like I say, a trick to it. Okay, so I'm going to use my original, to show you what's going on. When you look in there and you look at your plate, and you've got this plate off, you're going to see in here, you're going to see you're going to see the edge of these two little side ones, one on each side, and you're going to see the center one. Here's the trick. You want to, as facing you like you'd be looking at the gun, righty-tighty. Torque this down all the way. Use your sight key. It works awesome. Crank this down all the way to where it's bottomed out. Don't overdo it. Just once it's bottomed out, it won't click no more. Stop. Righty-tighty. Then you take this sight key, and I believe this is the same Allen key as the PPQ front sights, the ones that are interchangeable for elevation. And you go into this little hole. Make sure you're seated. So give it a crank, lefty-loosey, and don't overdo it. It just you just got to pop it free. You're not even taking it off. You're just popping it free. One little pop, and that's it. And that'll pull these up, draw them up, and this will slide with ease right off. Okay, so then you're good to go. So then what you need to do with this new sight is the same thing, basically. Okay, you put it on there. You want to center it here. You're going to have a little gap here and a little gap there. You want to center that thing and then gently give it one crank, half a crank, and a half a crank. And once you get them both started, and make sure it's seated. See, they don't want to seat right away. You gotta find the teeth. Give it a crank. Get it down good. That's it. Then raise this back up where it was. Say about 10 clicks, lefty-loosey, and you should be good to go. So what I've done also with these is I usually use this bore sight. I don't want to bore you here with my bore sight story, but I've had this thing forever from China. They're cheap. Probably had it for 4 years and have done many firearms with it. And it gets it within 2 to 4 inches. AR scopes, whatnot, red dots, all the above. I've used this and it's gotten very close. I've never used it on sights. And I was thinking today while I'm working, just thinking about my gun, thinking about this weekend, shooting, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all like, you know what? I'm going to try to get this thing close so I'm not wasting much ammo at the range, which I think this is going to be pretty close anyway. So I went ahead and I did. I used my about 9mm tip on this kit you get. A bunch of little different tip sizes. Put it in there. Make sure it's firm and not wobbling around. It's firm. Cranked it on and it projects the laser. And I was off. I was showing my laser, you know, my laser was up here. I'll show you where the lick of this little stripe is here. It was about there. So I cranked it and I got it right there and it was off a little bit and I cranked it over using this awesome little tool. Works great. And I got my red dot. I got this sight right behind it, right on it. So I'm very curious tomorrow when I go to the range that where I'm going to be. And I'm going flat across. I'm not dotting the I or pi or anything like that. I'm going straight across like that. And I'm thinking I'm going to be pretty much dead nut. Very curious. So pretty stoked. This is an easy sight upgrade. You just got to know that trick, because if you don't, it would screw you. One more little heads up tip on the front sight. What the front sight is the one that's on their factory. This is cool too. They actually give you a access channel. It goes right out of there when this slides off. What it is it's your normal, what size is this? The 3/16 takes off your original. Okay, this new one comes with a screw. Now, your normal screwdriver will not get in this channel. It's got to line up perfectly. So I love that, having a channel. I bet y'all didn't even know it was there. Probably thought it was a porthole or something. But what it is, it's a channel for your sight. So what I've done is I took a die grinder to this and I had to grind this to where it would be thin enough to go off in there. And it worked perfect. I got it in there. It has to be a thin blade as well. And that's how you're going to put your new one on. I did put a touch of Loctite. Like I say, there's a little video following this, the big adventure of doing this on kind of live. So it's pretty lame. But this is the breakdown of the gist of it. And I might not even put this other part of the video out because I just explained how to do both sights. But just a heads up. And super easy, the easiest sights I've ever done. I've been doing, I got a bunch of videos out on my TFX Pros on the different guns I've done that with. My latest was the HK45 Tactical Lipsy, and that's my bedside. I love that gun. And got a few videos on it, like I said, but that was the latest one I did, the TFX Pros. This is nothing like that. These are gravy. They're factory. I give these guys, 2 thumbs up and an 11. So, good stuff. I wish it was a little more, they let you know that it's out there, though. Because I had to find it myself.